Fear. Chances are we're all familiar with it. When we're young, we fear irrational things like the dark and eating broccoli. And as we get older, we tend to fear more rational things like the unknown, embarrassment, failure, unfamiliar situations, getting eaten by a gator from the water behind you. These are very rational fears. When humans were developing, before we got all this fancy technology, fear was a very important emotion. It told us, our brains told us, hey, we don't know what's behind you right now. You need to be alert and aware of your surroundings. That's what my brain is telling me. You should be aware of that. Be alert, be afraid. But as civilization began to advance, humans figured out how to control their environment and to take all the risk out of our environment. We basically control our lives, and that's why we live a lot longer. But the thing is that fear plays a different role now, and that role is a sign of growth. Whenever you feel fear and you overcome that fear, you grow as a person, and you need to stop avoiding it. We all do. And you could argue that, hey, what if you just avoid the fear? You know, if you're away from what makes you afraid, then of course you're never going to feel fear. And that's a fair point, but I like to propose the example of the hermit. He's afraid of the outside. He doesn't like talking to other people. He's afraid of the weather. He's afraid as soon as he steps out the door, he's going to get run over by a car or a helicopter is going to crash into his house. If he just avoids the outside, he'll just never feel the fear, right? For a short time, maybe, but over time, that fear will plague him. Every moment of his life is going to be dictated by the outside. And that's the thing, is we need to stop avoiding fear. And it's never too late to grow past a previous fear. We have to expose ourselves to what makes us afraid so we can learn and grow to be okay with being afraid and being around that unknown thing. We need to all stop avoiding fear. It's a positive emotion, and it's never too late to grow past a fear. Whether you're 15 and you've never rode a roller coaster before, or you're 60 and you've never hiked a mountain, there are steps that you can take, small steps, to get over that fear. And the only way to do it is to expose yourself to what you're afraid of. The crazy thing is that, like I said before, fear is a part of personal growth. And when we grow and we gain new experiences and we learn new things, life gets longer. And I'm not talking about in years, like you'll live more times around the sun. When we're younger, everything seems to take forever. Days seem to drag on. We're just so bored. And that's because there are hundreds of new experiences, things to learn that we experience when we're younger on a day-to-day basis. But as we get older, we experience less new things. We learn a lot less on a daily basis, and time seems to go a lot faster. It just flies by. Life goes by so fast. But the thing is that if we encounter fear on a daily basis, we are growing every time we go past something that makes us afraid. And that is how you live a longer life. And there's one thing that you take away from this video. Fear can be a positive emotion. No longer is your brain telling you what to do. You are telling it that fear is important. It's how we grow. Like humans have adapted to control their environment, you can adapt to control your brain and your emotions. That's how to hack your life.